Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Uh, we meet again class regarding software project management. So today I will talk about defining the project scope. Uh, Project scope is very important when you manage a project. So you must know the limit of your project scope. Yeah. Project scope is defined. Yeah? How big your system and uh, how you want to start and finish the project depending on the amount of functionality defined in the scope of the system or project that you develop. Okay, so this chapter 5 or lab 5, uh, will discuss how to define the project goal and objective and define it and describe the project deliverable scope, define and describe project logical scope. So this is more on the definition, the description of your project. So this is important that you write down the scope and the objective, and of course the first is a goal of the project. Yeah. So if you fail to define the project scope, including the goal and objective, I don't think that you can finish your project accordingly. And maybe the user and also your team members uh, having difficulty, yeah, what to go and what to do and what to achieve in a certain time period along the uh, project period. Yeah? For example, 2 years or 3 years. So, in theory, a project scope explains what work is to be completed and what deliverable, such as module or product or services, are produced and delivered to your customer or your users. Okay, according to the project management, a guide to the project management body of knowledge, it is a major component of a project's work breakdown structure, which organize and break down project work into section and subsection down to their lowest level. So the scope statement serves as a guide. Yeah? So that means the scope of the project, when you write the scope of the project, it is like a guide, yeah, for evaluating whether requests or changes during a project are contained within or outside the project boundaries. Okay, so that means that before you continue with the very important level or very important phases in software development lifecycle, which is software requirement analysis and also software requirement specification. So you need to come out with the special scope. Not to say special, but is very crucial scope or functionality that should be have by the system, yeah, or project. So once you define the scope, then you will protected, yeah, protected by the agreement, according to the scope that we define and we agree with the customer. So this is very important things that you need to record. You need to get the sign off or agreed by the customer. Otherwise, between the timeline, or time period to complete the project, there are many ad hoc requirement requests by the customer where you sometimes you cannot control, yeah, the requirement uh, in and out. Yeah, sometimes users say A and next month they say B, C, and D. So this will affect your timeline and also the schedule you define early. Okay. So in this chapter, we want you to write the project scope of your business project, your business project assignment, yeah, which is business project proposal. Uh, Under the project scope, normally we define the goal and objective. In normal circumstances, uh, before you start before you start to write the functionality of the system, normally you will write down the system problem, right? You write the objective and so on. So this is the way how to convince, how to get the idea or give the idea to the reader or your customer what is your system all about before you go detail in the system functionality. So normally the top management will read, yeah, uh, what is the behind of the project, why we need to develop the project. Now, we cannot develop the project because of we have a budget, but it should be based on the problems and objectives to be achieved, and finally to improve the business process of the company. So first section or subsection under the project scope, when you define the project scope, firstly you must define the project goal and objective. What is the project goal and objective? So every project should have a goal. So what is a goal? Project goal tell the reader a mission of conducting the project. What is the mission? By way of example, the goal of e-health project is to provide seamless and continuous access to patient health record. So this is a goal of e-health, for example. This is one example of project goal of healthcare information system. It should be the system should be enable uh, health worker or patient to access their information seamless and continuous, yeah, continuously. Seamless means wherever you go, for example, you got treatment this month in hospital Malacca, and then next month you will be referred to hospital Sedang, and then your information is can be accessed in hospital Sedang seamlessly. That means same, yeah. The information, the last month information or this month information of medical record that clocked in by the doctor can be seen by the doctor in hospital Sedang. And what is the continuous access? Means the information that recorded from the hospital Malacca can be continued to the hospital Sedang without repeating the test that same done in the hospital Malacca. So that means we can save time, we can save cost. It's very expensive when you go to the hospital, private hospital. It's thousands of ringgit when you do a CT scan, for example. or you do radiology imaging, costly. Yeah. So if the information can be shared and accessed by all hospital from Hospital Malacca to the Hospital Sedang, so this is uh, a good system, which is this is a goal of the project, certain project, to reduce the cost or to increase the productivity of health worker in managing the patient. So normally project goal is one or two word only. Yeah. So each of the project goal, the project goal can be more than one. Yeah. So you should limit the project goal and align with the objective. So every goal should be have an objective. Yeah, let's say you define the goal to get the seamless and continuous access to the patient record. So how to achieve that goal? That is the objective. So first, for example, in order to assess or in order to achieve the seamless and continuous access to the patient record, of course, first objective is you should computerize the doctor patient consultation uh, finding. Yeah, when uh, and they call it electronic medical record generation. Yeah, so when you you meet the doctor for consultation, so normally doctor will write down in handwriting, right? So they will ask you what is your problem. So what is your medical history? So they write down in the paper. But nowadays, a lot of the hospital, IT hospital, for example, the new hospital, such as Hospital Putrajaya, Hospital Sabajaya, Hospital Sabajaya is not yet uh, operation, yeah, still under development. Hospital Serdang, for example, Hospital Pandan, and etc. So all the doctor use the computer to plug in the information and the finding during the patient consultation. So that is the first objective, to computerize the clinical notes recorded by the doctor, yeah, during doctor patient consultation. So this is the first objective. So let's say another goal. I give you one example. So another goal which is you need to comply. Let's say, yeah. This is an example. Okay, this is an example of document. So don't copy everything. Yeah. So I give you an example. In order to speed up your understanding, and how to write the project goal and objective, not ask you to copy. Yeah. So another project goal, for example, comply with WHO clinical standard. What is the objective? So you need to develop a system that comply the clinical coding standard and processes. Another goal, for example, fully operational system. So objective to ensure that current system functionality is provided and cater full functionality as documented in the SRA report. So that means when you define the goal, so you need an objective to support the goal. Understand? Plus, so let's say if you want to, let's say you want to cook rice, right? So what is the objective? The goal is to get the a very good uh, meal for today. So you need to cook the rice objective, objective first. Another one, you have to buy the chicken or fish and then make a curry. Okay. And then you have to buy fruit. You have to buy uh, vegetable. Vegetable become a good nutrition for the meal. Yeah. So the goal is to get the good meal for today. Objective is rice, vegetable, fruit, uh, good water. Yeah. So that is our objective. So another example, project goal, I give you a very clear example is data integration. So the goal of the project is to get the data integration. So how to achieve the data integration? So you need multiple users can, you must make the system where multiple users can get access, yeah, to view or analyze the data of any company uh, with the ABC company, for example, company of group or ABC healthcare group. Okay, and then user friendly. The goal of the project is to make the system user friendly. So how to make a user friendly? How to make the system that can be used by user easily? So you need to provide easy to understand or uh, use system with graphical window based features or etc. Okay. So this is an example of the project goal and how you define the objective. Understand class? So you define the goal. Let's say you want to eliminate the redundant data. Eliminate or avoid redundant data entry, for example. So how you want to achieve that goal? So that is the objective. Yeah. This is example. Reduce number of file and duplicated data, or you create a very intelligent system to detect the duplicate input. You maybe you do a lot of validation before you process the data entry. Yeah, alert to the user. Okay, this is not a format that the system want. You have to follow the standard and etc. So we go back to the uh, notes. Okay, so after you define the project goal and objective, so you have to another element under the project scope is the project deliverable scope. So the project deliverable scope is a term used in project management to describe a tangible or intangible object produced as a result of the project that is intended to be delivered to a customer. Okay. So in other words, you scoping the deliverable that need to be uh, produced and hand into the customer. A very easy way is you follow the solid element life cycle phase, and each phase what you need to produce. For example, in planning phase, so you need to produce the SDP. So SDP is one of the deliverable, project deliverable. So without the documentation, without the deliverable, the project is difficult to manage, and we can't assess the progress, yeah, progress of the project. So let's say when you go to the system requirement, user requirement analysis, so you need to produce SRA, software requirement analysis. When you go to the system analysis, you will have to produce SRS. So that is a project deliverable scope. So you need to define and determine what are the documentation at the end of the phase that you need to deliver to the customer. Okay, that is the deliverable scope. So let's say when you go to the software development phase, so what you need to produce? So of course the source code, yeah, the source code or a tested alpha version of ABC system, for example. which is can run with a lot of bugs or errors. Yeah, so this is alpha version. Okay, so understand class what is the project deliverables scope is actually what you need to produce at each of the phases. So another scope that you or element under project scope is a project logical scope. Okay. So project logical scope uh, is a term used to describe system functionalities. Whatever use cases that you define in the software requirement analysis, that is the logical scope. So in other words, logical scope is your this is your system module, system use cases lah. Because we just learn about the UML, so we use cases. So use cases is a scope of your system functionality. Okay, so you define or you list all the functionality, or you draw the decomposition diagram, or if you use UML, you draw the use cases involved or included in your uh, project scope. So this define the project scope, the functionalities, the project deliverable scope, yeah, documentation, and also the objective. Yeah. So objective will be derived by the project deliverable scope and also the project logical scope. Uh, it's actually a support. Yeah, project logical scope and project deliverable scope support the system or project scope. Okay, I hope you understand what is the project scope. It should have a project goal and objective. It should have a project deliverable scope. It should have a project logical scope. I'll give you an example. Okay, so under project scope, let's say uh, this is your business project, business proposal document that you should deliver at the end of the semester. So this is your executive summary, and then chapter 2 we go to introduction, the project background. You tell about the background of your project, and then you go to the project scope. So under project scope 2.2, and under 2.2 is 2.21 is the subsection of the project scope. We have project goal and objective. We have project deliverable scope. This is an example how you write. You can use a paragraph, or you can use a bullet, but after you use a bullet, you need to describe in detail, yeah, like this. Okay, this is a way how you style of writing is depend on the writer, yeah. So you find a way how to use style of writing where your user can understand. That is very important. If you use just bullet and then one sentence or half sentence, so user can't understand it, then you write useless information. Okay, so this is an example of project deliverable scope. This is an example, yeah. Don't copy everything. This we have to produce project plan. We have to produce SRA, SRL, SDD, master test plan, test result, data conversion application design report, yeah, manual, training program, and implementation plan. So whatever you think that it is crucial and important to be produced and verified by the user, then you list down all the deliverable. Okay, so this is very uh, long type of project, yeah, and a lot of documentation to be need to be delivered and verified by the user. But if your project is small, so you cut down, yeah, you cut down the documentation. Don't follow everything. Don't follow everything, but you don't do it. This is very dangerous. So logical scope, you just mentioned that whatever use cases defined in the SRS, in the SRA, so that will cover under your project scope. Understand, class? Are you following? I hope you follow my lecture for the lab. Okay, and then this is a step by step how to define the project scope. I think you can read it. Yeah, review the business case first. Why you need to review the business case? So without you knowing the 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 entire requirement of your system, I think you will fail to define the project scope. So this is very important. I told you already in software requirement, software analysis and design in the previous semester. So you need to know about the system functionality well, yeah, and then do the system analysis well, inside, comprehensive. Then you can talk about the project scope. And then determine the project product, identify the solution. So describe the proposed solution of the project. This information may be developed by the project owner and the project manager. So discuss the benefit of the solution with benefit linking to the business need or opportunity. So this is related to the previous semester. Yeah. So when you develop the software, so you need to do system analysis comprehensive. So you need to do interview, you need to do observation and etc. Why you need to do that? Because you want to understand insightly, yeah, of the system to be developed. Okay, how to develop project scope? So you meet with the project team. In your case, you discuss with your project team, and then determine and document what everyone agrees on as project requirement. Yeah. So that means you have to certain your make your requirement or your project that you want to develop uh, at least 95% certain, yeah, confirm. Okay, and then document what constitute a successful completion phase for each deliverable. Yeah? For example, SRS, what are the critical success factor to get the successful SRS? First, uh, you need to do system analysis with the user, yeah, and find the right user for getting the for getting a good view or good description of the system that you want to develop. Yeah, critical success factor, for example, what is the element to make sure that the requirement is complete. Yeah, what is the critical factor? So in order to get the requirement is complete, so you need a commitment from the user. So they have to committed, yeah, with attending the discussion or meeting. So from that uh, commitment of uh, of effort, so you will get a full information, yeah, a good information for you to help you to develop a complete system. So another critical success factor is your team should be complete, and your team should have a skill, yeah, a skill to do system analysis. So not all can do system analysis. Yeah? Not all uh, team members can talk and can argue with the customer. So maybe in your team, uh, three of them are very quiet. They are a doer only. So you, for example, project leader, got a skill to interview the user, or got a skill to present, or got skill to analyze the information, and analyze the what the user need, and etc. Okay, you document, you compare the project scope, you list constraint to produce a project deliverable. Constraints mean user, for example, in order to get complete requirements, what is the constraint? So user, one example is user always busy. That is a constraint. That is not a problem, but it's a constraint. So how you manage user to attend the meeting, uh, with the busy with a meeting, yeah, busy with the customer and so on. So how you want to manage? So that is a constraint. Another one is when you deal with the healthcare information system, a lot of confidential information uh, need to be take care. Yeah, so we cannot the user cannot simply disclose the information. So that another constraint. So create your project scope statement stating detailed characteristic of the project deliverable that must be created, and also include the work that will be required to create the deliverable. Then you get the complete of project scope. So this is an example I already showed to you. So the project scope is very simple. Looks simple, but to come up with this information is very challenging. Yeah. So this is depend on your system. Don't follow everything, but at least I show the sample. You got the idea how to write it. Right? Under project scope, you have a project goal and objective. You have project deliverable scope. You have a project logical scope. Okay, class. If you have any question, you can write down in the comment space. Uh, Write a comment if you don't understand. Okay, what else I want to show to you? Okay, whatever you 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 do in your activity, yeah, when you write down your project scope, including the project goal and objective, logical scope, and project deliverable scope. So you need to copy your work to the main document of your business project proposal. Okay, so go to the this chapter. Sorry, go to this document. Yep, create one section, project scope, and the introduction, and then copy all the uh, activity or work that you have done in your homework in your home or in the team into this document and submit to me, and then I will measure how you write your project logical scope. And then the next lab class, okay, we will focus on the proposed application solution. Okay, so I urge you to prepare the use case of your system. Okay, it is good that you provide the use cases, and each of the use cases or use case you need to describe it. So let's say register patient, then what is the purpose of the registration? So look at your previous project in software requirement analysis and design in the previous chapter. So you take part, I think section chapter 2 or chapter 3, and then you can get the idea, or you copy the format and move into this document. So this is all about the proposed solution, yeah, of your project proposal. So normally this is a very important information. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for this lab, this chapter. You need to read by yourself how to define the project scope. I already give step by step here, and then practice it through the example that I given to you. Okay, class. I think that's it. Thank you very much, and assalamualaikum. See you.